Good morning, Hoover. It's Mrs. McCosco with your morning announcements. Thank you for tuning in to the news. Today is Tuesday, May 26, 2020. Happy National Paper Airplane Day, Hoover. That's right. It's for children and also adults alike who have been fascinated by paper airplanes for many, many years. This is a great day to let your inner child take over and to explore with the wonderful art of folding paper and making paper airplanes. There are many celebrations that are held across the country today and many contests. Most of the contests will measure the distance that a paper airplane will fly and also the amount of time that it spends in the air. So I can think of no better way to celebrate today than to get together and have a contest in your house. See who can make the best paper airplane. A great makerspace activity. See who can make one that flies the furthest, that travels the furthest distance, and one who can stay in the air the longest, that has the most air time. So good luck exploring with the aerodynamics of a paper airplane today, Hoover. Now let's take a look at our birthday list. We have one birthday. We would like to wish a happy birthday to Perrin, who had a birthday on Sunday while we were celebrating over the long weekend. So happy birthday to you. We hope it was wonderful. Now it's time for one of our favorite parts of the news around town. Let's check in and see what our Hoover Hawk friends have been up to. The first picture that was shared with us is from Alex. If you take a look at this picture, Alex has been handwriting letters to all of his friends in the neighborhood, and then he's been walking around and delivering them. And sometimes when Alex delivers the letters, he even gets to see his friends and wave to them through the window or through the door. I have to tell you, Alex, this is one of the most beautiful stories that I've heard during this whole time that we've been apart. What a wonderful, thoughtful thing to do. What a way to brighten all of your friends' day and certainly brighten our day, just being able to share this story with us. So incredible of you, Alex. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, and keep up the smiles. The next picture is from Elise. Elise shared this beautiful picture with us. This is a ladybug rock that she made last week. So she found a beautiful flat rock and painted it and put the dots on it to look just like a ladybug. Elise, that is so creative and beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And the next part that we have are some pictures from our Lebo Loves All contest that we were working on last week that continued. And here you'll see Shay and her family. This has to be one of the best ones that I've seen. I love the spaghetti Shay. Love the pasta bowl on the head. And if you look, we have all kinds of flags from Italy and all of the different colors from the Italian flag. Now that's Italian. I love it, Shay. Great picture. Great to see you. And the next one that we have is from Aaliyah. And if you look, this one looks very presidential because she's standing at the official residence of the President of the Philippines, right there in that palace. How wonderful is this? You look like a future president or a future official of a country. Such a beautiful picture, and thank you for sharing a little bit about your background and culture with us, Aaliyah. Just beautiful. And the next one we have is from Eleanor and Vivian. And if you take a look, you'll see that they're holding roosters, and there's even a beautiful plate on the wall above their head with a rooster on there. So that brightly colored rooster happens to be the national symbol of Portugal. And if you look at their shirts they're wearing, they say Portugal on there too, and those bright, beautiful smiles, very proud of their heritage. And I've read that the roosters really bring you luck. So it's wonderful to have one of those roosters in your house. And they stand for honesty, integrity, and trust. So that certainly exemplifies our girls here. So good luck with your roosters. Thank you so much for sharing with us, Vivian and Eleanor. And our next one is from Gokul. Gokul did this beautiful drawing that says Happy Diwali on it. And if you aren't familiar with that holiday, that's a Hindu festival of lights that's celebrated in November. And if you look at all the beautiful pictures and his artwork, you'll see beautiful candles and lights in there. So what a way to share with us a little bit about your culture, Gokul. Thank you so much for sharing this. The Liba Loves All campaign has just been wonderful for us to see a little bit of everybody's culture. And it has been just a wonderful exchange for all of us to be a little bit closer. So keep those pictures coming. We'd love to see all of you and like to see what everybody has been up to. Now it's time for Hoover happenings, because you know we always have great things happening at Hoover. And if you remember last week, we finished up another week of Guess the Teacher. And a lot of you submitted your answers to me through the form on my Clever page. And this week, I'm happy to announce we have more than one winner for our Guess the Teacher contest. So before I tell you who our winners were last week, let me show you the pictures from last week and give you the answers. Are you ready? Here they come. So here was Mondays. You were looking at Peter Pan, and I'm just smiling looking at Peter Pan here too and kind of laughing because this one, every single person who submitted an entry last week got this one correct. So this must look exactly like her because this is the first teacher everybody got correct. And who is Peter Pan? We'll all say it together. 1, 2, 3, Mrs. Fisher. That's who's in this picture. So everybody guessed that one correct. That's the first one everybody got correct. So awesome job. Now, who was Tuesday? Here was Tuesday. A lot of us got this one correct. This one is Mrs. Richards. That's right. A lot of you guessed correctly. Let's move on to Wednesday. Here was Wednesday's picture. Who is this? This is Mrs. Pitzer. A lot of you guessed Mrs. Pitzer, but I will tell you, quite a few students who guessed thought this was Mrs. Kofsky. So I think we're saying Mrs. Pitzer and Mrs. Kofsky look a lot alike. So a lot of us figured out that this was a 5th grade teacher. Just a few of us guessed the wrong one. It's Mrs. Pitzer. Now that you know, don't you think that looks like her? Yeah, me too. All right, let's move on to Thursday. Here's Thursdays. A lot of us guessed this one correctly. This is Mrs. Gamble. You're right. A lot of us got this correct. A few of us guessed Mrs. Purrs for this one, and you were awfully close. And that takes us to the last one of the week, Friday. And here's Fridays. Fridays is Mrs. Culkins. That's right. So if you guessed all 5 of those correctly and in that order, then you will win a prize this week. And I'll be sharing a video with you how you can claim your prize. So here are our four winners. George Taylor got them all correct. Shay got them all correct. Charlie got them all correct. And along with Madeline Criswell. So congratulations to all four of you. Madeline, Charlie, George, and Shay. I'll be sending you a video that will explain how to pick your prize and how we'll get your prizes to you. So congratulations. All right, you ready to start a new week of Guess the Teacher? Here is today's entry. So this is Tuesday's. So can you guess who this teacher is? Her classroom happens to be upstairs on the top floor in our building, and her teaching partner was not featured yet. His picture has not been seen on our Guess the Teacher. So do you know who this picture is to start off our third week of Guess the Teacher? Remember, write it down and I'll give you some hints and I'll add another one for tomorrow. Good luck this week. Now will you please stand and join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, that's all the news I have for today, Hoover. Remember to stay safe, respectful, and prepared. Have a hawksome day. Bye.